Uh, Indie World. Indie World. Indie Worlds usually don't have a lot of good stuff in them, but there can occasionally be some neat things in here. Um, like I know that one time they announced, I believe they announced Cadence of Hyrule in Indie World. I've been wondering if Nintendo would ever go back to that game where they have an indie dev produce an indie dev is allowed to produce a Nintendo game. I don't know if I will or not. I mean, I'm not expecting it, but it'd be fun. I am expecting like kind of like Mina the Howler, Mina the Hollower. I do think will be here. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what else to expect. But now we've got the partner showcase, Pokemon Presents, and we've got the Indie World. We should be getting the general Nintendo pretty soon. I think it could be next week, but um, I do expect it um, at least by early April is what we should expect it. Is what I'm pretty sure. We should expect it by early April for sure. Anyway, um, but yeah, indie worlds usually don't have a lot of good stuff in them, but still, there's occasionally something that's interesting that's popped up. We'll see what happens here. Oh yeah, another one that could show up here. I really want to see um whatever it is that whatever it is that um Playtonic Games' next product is. I think is interesting. I want to see what they're working on. I know that Playtonic and Yakuza both been kind of struggling with their latest games, so I do want to see what they're doing. And last year they just put out um I can't remember. Last year they just put out the remake Yooka Replay. They put Yooka Replay, and I don't know how well that game did, but hopefully it did well enough. But either way, I don't think they need to do well in order for it to keep going. It might have been like Ukulele IP or something. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember season four. It's so goofy. I mean, it's like one of those extreme sports games, but with a school bus, or just a bus in general.
Hola a tothom, sóc en David.
I jo l'Àngel.
Som d'Undercoders, l'estiu independent de Barcelona que hi ha darrere de Dance Attack.
Com heu vist, a Dance Attack viatges en un tren acrobàtic a través d'un Japó futurista i colorit, executant trucs amb estil per aconseguir la millor puntuació mentre lluites contra bosses i alliberes les vies del control d'una megacorporació malvada.
Ens hem inspirat moltíssim a la cultura japonesa i en l'energia dels jocs arcade clàssics per crear un món que es senti expressiu, rebel i molt ràpid.
Avui tenim el plaer d'anunciar un parell de coses molt emocionants. En primer lloc, que Dance Attack sortirà el 17 de juny amb una skin de tren exclusiva per a Nintendo Switch 2.
I en segon lloc, avui més tard, tindreu disponible a la Nintendo eShop una demo gratuïta de Dance Attack per a Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
All aboard for the latest Indie World. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Thomas. We're excited to showcase another packed lineup of new indies headed to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
Forgive me, but I can't wait to introduce this next game coming to Nintendo Switch. Let's take a look.
안녕하세요. 한국게임개발사 드림모션의 이준영입니다.
안녕하세요. 아티스트 최은진입니다.
안녕하세요. 프로그래머 류성중입니다.
마이리를 퍼피는 실제로 제가 입에 키웠던 강아지 봉구와 함께했던 이야기에 꿈과 소망을 더해 만든 게임입니다. 가장 개인적인 것이 가장 창의적인 것이다 라는 말처럼 마이리를 퍼피가 만남과 이별 그리고 재회에 관한 우리 모두의 이야기로 여러분들의 마음속에 남게 되면 좋겠습니다.
게임 속 귀여운 강아지들은 팀의 모든 아티스트들이 쏟아부은
Oh, I guess the game's called My Little Puppy.
결과물입니다.
마이리를
I thought it was called
강아지를
Dreammotion. I
좋아하는
guess the
세상
Dreammotion
모든
was the
분들의
company.
마음속에 감동으로 기억되는 작품이
It's
되면
the
좋겠습니다.
Dreammotion's the studio.
감사합니다.
There's an old saying that when you depart from this world, the dog who went ahead will warmly welcome you.
A heartwarming hope at the core of the wonderfully wholesome My Little Puppy, a new adventure inspired by the director's own Welsh corgi.
Play as Bongu, a rescued dog and bestest boy who, after a simple yet joyful
Okay.
life, crosses the rainbow bridge to doggy heaven.
After what seems like an eternity, Bongu awakes from a nap to a familiar scent, his daddy.
Embark on a journey to meet Bongu's dad, an expedition out of doggy heaven and into the afterlife that may hold unexpected dangers.
Just as Bongu's dad once rescued him, it's his turn to return the favor in My Little Puppy, bounding its way onto
Okay.
Nintendo Switch May 29th.
Next up, let's take a look at some indies headed for Nintendo Switch 2, including some also headed to Nintendo Switch.
I'm so excited. Heave!
Ho!
Heave!
Ho too!
Introducing the high-flying follow-up to the ultimate friend-flinging party game.
Grab hands, arms, or even heads to form chains of up to 4 players, then grapple and swing to reach the goal, avoiding lethal hazards and the deadly void below.
Each player needs to grab and release at just the right moment to form chains. If anyone loses their grip, it can send the whole group to their doom.
There are 8 themed worlds to explore, thrilling exotic locations like a medieval land, a space station, and of course, a kitchen.
In each one, play with
Kitchen,
brand new
okay.
mechanics like rocket navigation, coordinated cookery, and plenty of other surprises.
Swing into action with local 4-player co-op or online multiplayer, a franchise first. Plus, game share is supported, so if one player has the game, they can share it locally or online with up to 3 other players. Get ready to get a grip in Heave-Ho 2, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch this summer. At the end of the day, there's nothing like closing up shop, throwing on some comfy clothes, and
Dungeon diving for wondrous relics?
I was going to say having a nice hot cup of cocoa, but that works too.
In Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, continue your double life as a crafty merchant by day and a fearless adventurer by night.
Will is back in business after an interdimensional collector seizes control of their beloved village and dungeons. Will and the other townsfolk are forced to find a new home.
Now, settled in the town of Tresna, it's up to you to set up a new shop and grow it into the thriving heart of the village's prosperity.
Dive into vibrant dimensions brimming with shiny loot and pesky enemies. Then vanquish them using an extensive combat system with different weapon types and flashy combos.
Don't forget your trusty backpack. It's your best friend while collecting loot, so make sure to carefully arrange your treasure to maximize your profits.
Trust your instincts to plot clever routes through your dungeon runs. The further you delve, the greater the rewards. How far will you dare to go?
After each escapade, put your hard-earned treasure on sale. That's where your shop owner charm will shine. Grow and decorate your shop, get to know your customers, and set your prices to score the perfect deal.
Go from castaway to friendly neighbor, and find a new home among the stranded. In Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, opening up shop on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year.
Hello, we're the team behind Widow. Do you remember a time when your backyard and neighborhood streets felt like the entire world?
Хоть мы и выросли в разных местах, нас объединяет одно общее чувство.
Это Фокси, сердце нашей истории, и она так-то собрала нас вместе.
Denn auch wenn wir erwachsen sind, ist diese Magie aus unserer Kindheit nie verschwunden.
So from all of us here, we hope you enjoy the game. Thanks!
Wouldn't it
He's
be
the one
nice
speaking
just to
English.
slow down and get back to when things were simpler?
Ah, it sure would.
Well, in Woodo, you do just that. In this cozy diorama puzzle game, you assemble wooden scenes piece by piece, like a 3D coloring book.
As you place objects in their correct spots, each scene slowly fills with color and comes to life, revealing charming animations and delightful surprises.
Follow the story of Foxy the Fox and Ben the Frog through a series of interconnected dioramas, each capturing a unique moment from their shared adventure.
The game adapts to your pace while the narrator's voice keeps you company. Plus, plenty of funny characters and silly emotes are sure to put a smile on your face.
And mouse controls are also supported on Nintendo Switch 2. Settle into a world that comes together one piece at a time in Woodo, slotting onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems this summer. The Unchosen has returned. Your village has been captured. All your friends and family are trapped in corrupted crystal, and it's all up to you to save them.
Shoot! That sounds like
Wait,
an
that's a ship.
adventure.
A mini-shoot adventure. Take control of a
Okay.
swift and responsive spaceship as you blast your way through this modern twin
I mean,
stick shooting
I wasn't
twist on
expecting
the
a
classic
spaceship
8-bit
thing
adventure
in
formula.
that setting.
Overcome bosses in intense bullet-filled battles by finding primordial powers that soup up your combat abilities.
You can also upgrade your ship by leveling up, finding various items, and buying equipment.
Don't forget to rescue your
I just-
adorable friends. They'll all help
I
you
just
in their
don't like
own
like
special way.
The
ship games
primordial
that
powers
much.
will also unlock
I prefer playing as a
exploration
character.
abilities that open up the map bit by bit,
I mean, that's just
unraveling
me,
a
but-
beautiful world to discover at your own pace.
Explore lush caverns, ancient temples, and sunken cities. Each environment full of its own unique treasures, challenges, and secrets.
Take on the Unchosen in Mini-Shoot Adventures, flying onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems later today.
What is the dark? Is it ugly or cruel? Is it a place for monstrosities? For fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true.
Little Nightmares? I mean, no, I don't think so. I mean, it kind of has an aesthetic like Little Nightmares, but yeah, okay, I didn't think so. I think I have heard what this the Midnight Walk. I think I've seen it before.
Hi, I'm Bryce.
And I'm Jambel, and we're devs on the team making Rotwood here at Clay Entertainment in Vancouver, Canada. We grew up playing games shoulder to shoulder with friends. Inspired
The
by
way they had these
moment-to-moment
transitions is
strategy
weird because
fighting games
they
and
had
big bosses of
indie worlds
RPGs,
often have
Rotwood
a
was
lot more.
developed to recapture the
Indie
spirit
worlds
of
a lot
those
more
games.
often have
We want our
developers
progress
sitting
to
in
feel
there
like it comes not just
than
from
like
you
a direct.
here, but from you,
So
the
it
way
can
it's
transition
actually
from one to
improving,
another, and then
so
the
that
next
each
one is
time
in
you learn
next one they
something
pop
new that
into.
inspires ideas for your next run.
They start talking.
Explore
They're not talking about the previous game.
ourselves
Talking about new
and we
game.
hope you enjoy it.
And confuse things a little bit.
Chaos rules!
And big old corrupted beasts drool in
Rotwood, a brand new side-scrolling brawler from the studio behind the Don't Starve series.
Your home's been overrun by some hyped-up hostiles.
Oh, Don't
so it's time
Starve.
to take up arms
Okay.
and dive into the fray.
Master a diverse combat system that rewards those who sharpen their skills. Want to get up close and crush some enemies? Wield a hammer.
Want to be a deadeye that snipes baddies from afar? Take aim with a bow.
Practice and perfect combo attacks for each weapon type to reach your destructive potential.
Experiment with gear combos to refine your build. Earn epic loot through victories. Then use it to face ever-increasing challenges.
And you'll need all the help you can get. Boss fights are not just a test of strength, but of wits. Study attack patterns carefully to find their weakness, and use well-placed strikes to hit them where it hurts.
A little extra muscle always helps too. Grab up to 3 of your friends either locally or online, and face the rots together.
Choose your weapon and get ready to take on the frenzied foes of Rotwood, hacking and slashing its way onto the Nintendo Switch 2 system as a console exclusive later today.
This is a day drop. Annapurna?
Most of the time, I'm wondering if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to have the optimal teenage experience.
The teenage experience is unobtainable.
It's just cringe.
Because you know the perfect song for every moment. What song would be playing now?
I don't think it's been written yet.
It's time to shine the spotlight on this brand new action RPG from the makers of Guacamelee and Nobody Saves the World.
In Blighted, the evil Sorcisto has consumed your village and infected the world with a deadly blight.
You are the lone survivor of Sorcisto's rampage, fighting to reclaim the memories of your people before you succumb.
But that same power can also be turned to your advantage. As you progress through the psychedelic western landscape, you'll accumulate blight by defeating enemies. The higher your blight, the fiercer enemies become.
I like Guacamelee, but I don't know. I'm not that
Combat
interested in
is
this one.
nuanced and deadly for players of any level. Carefully time your attacks to weave through enemies, chain together combos, and perform powerful finishers to defeat punishing bosses.
Uncover dark mysteries as you explore this surreal and vibrant world, backed by a haunting original score.
Upgrade your hero at checkpoints, or by talking to key characters on your journey. And if you need a helping hand, a friend can drop in via local or online multiplayer for some 2-player co-op action.
Harness the power of blight and unravel the mysteries of a twisted world in Blighted, creeping its way onto the Nintendo Switch 2 system this fall.
Hi, I'm Justin from Prophecy Games in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Scott. We love the feeling of progression you get in roguelikes.
Roguelike.
And we were inspired
Why is
to
it
create
always
an
roguelikes?
FPS roguelike in our favorite genre, sci-fi.
Sci-fi lets us imagine futures just out of reach, and in Dead Zone Rogue, everyone pulls you deeper into that world, starting when you awaken on a mysterious ship.
We've worked hard to craft rich, immersive atmospheres, unique enemies, and snappy gunplay that leaves a lasting impact.
We hope you enjoy playing Dead Zone Rogue as much as we do.
A spaceship overrun with biomechanical creatures, an arsenal of modifiable weapons, and a mysterious origin to uncover. That's what awaits in Dead Zone Rogue, a new sci-fi shooter that combines tight, satisfying gunplay with strategic progression.
Select missions and squad up with friends, or fight solo through a series of challenging rooms with support for mouse controls using the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Gain perks and permanent upgrades by defeating enemies and bosses in high-intensity loops.
With hundreds of builds and a variety of foes, each run feels epic and unique.
All of this is backed by a rip-roaring original soundtrack.
Fight, revive, adapt, repeat in Dead Zone Rogue, emerging from the void on the Nintendo Switch 2 system, March 17th.
That's pretty quick.
Before we go, let's check out some more exciting indie games heading to Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
Before, indie worlds sometimes have a final reveal, but not always. That they often just end on a montage, so we'll see. I hope they might end on something cool, but you know. Oh, sure, you can play a game where you're facing a sword. I'm surprised they're not showing Mina Howard in the montage. You'd think they would show that in here and say, yeah, if nothing else, it could be like coming later this year. You know? Just something quick. I doubt they'd end on Mina Howard because that's a well-known game.
That's all for today's... Thomas, are you taking notes?
I have to. It might be a clue.
A clue for what?
The last game.
Welcome to Mount Holly, the mysterious manor with locked doors and 45 shipping.
Wait, this is like
rooms.
actually actual clue.
Blueprints.
No.
You embark on a first-person, genre-bending journey filled
Wait a
with
minute.
a unique mix of mystery,
When
strategy,
people say
and
Blueprints
puzzle
was actually like a
weaved
really
together to create
popular
an
game.
unpredictable experience.
The mansion resets every
I think they
day,
were,
and
actually.
every doorway becomes a choice.
So people are probably
So,
like this one.
Manage your resources carefully to further your discoveries and get closer to finding the fabled Room 46.
Use mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controller to probe and poke at the manor's
I
secrets.
thought Blueprints was
unraveling
like
mysteries by discovering letters,
2025.
diaries, and other revealing materials.
Take notes and draft your own adventure in Blueprints, available on the Nintendo Switch 2 system later today. Now that we've solved that mystery, that's really all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
the games in today's showcase.
Yeah, it was nominated at the Game
Thank you
Awards
as
for
always
Best
to our
Indie Game,
indie
Best
community
TV. So yeah,
and
that's
partners
pretty
for
decent.
bringing their craft,
I don't really know anything about
adventures,
Blueprints,
and
but I've
imaginations
heard
to
people
players
like
on
it. So
Nintendo Switch
yeah.
2 and Nintendo Switch.
Follow our official Indie World account to stay up to date on all the latest
All right,
news from
sounds
Indie
good then.
World.
So that's a very quick one.
Happy gaming!
And then 92 cents over here.